So my exciting news is just cleaning out some doorways ready for TV testing. Very much having like a preparation for TV testing kind of day today. We've got loads of stuff doing. Want to get these doorways cleaned out so that we can get cows in and out easier, and we also want to start cleaning some yards out too before calving. Come back, come back. This girl here is an AI calf, so Wolfgang. It's actually one of the first ones born last year. And it's predicting that that's going to be about 411 kilos at the moment, based upon its growth rate over the last few months, which is mighty fine. We're only really aiming for a bull in weight of what, 380 to 400 kilos and 15 months old. It's like 65% of their body weight, their mature body weight. So yeah, 400 odd kilos, sort of 380, 400 kilos at 15 months when they go to the bull. So these things are absolutely flying. I'm chuffed to bits with these. We're going to weigh them when we TV test this week and see what they're doing as a group, but they seem to be doing pretty well. Dad and I had a conversation this morning about turnout for the young stock, and if this weather stays like this and it stays fair, which I think it's going to, fingers crossed, then we'll keep everything in this week while we're TB testing, and next week we will turn some young stock out. We've got a bit of fencing we want to do, get a perimeter fence, we'll soon throw that up, and then, turn out and start a rotation, because we're running out of silage a little bit, if I'm honest with you. We didn't get all that silage made in the autumn, as you might well know, the herbal aids, it being so wet in September and October, it just never happened. We got 40 acres done, which meant that we had 65 acres that didn't get done, which also meant that we were about 500 bales short of silage. So we've bought a bit of silage to bridge the gap, but it does mean that we've got quite good covers to turn out to. So fingers crossed, we'll get things out next week, and if the weather stays fair, we'll be all right. It's officially not hedge cutting season anymore, so that thing needs to come off. Need to empty my collection of balloons too. She needs a bath now, ready for toe and fur. Maybe next week. Right, let's give her the same treatment. Oh, she's gone a bit lame. I always get filthy when I do this job too. Like, my face is always covered in mud, and I can never work out if that's because I'm good at it or bad at it. Oh, that's better. Lovely. Yeah. So it's TV test morning, and we are thereabouts ready. Everything is fed. The race is all ready. So we've got some straw down there. Everything's ready in the back of the parlour, the old parlour. Cattle crush is ready. The scales all work, because we're going to weigh all the young stock and stuff today as well at the same time, which means we're going to be pretty full on. We're constantly trying to get everything done at the same time. The vets are really good, quite accommodating. We've got about, I think we've got 3 vets coming today. We've got a TB tester, like an ATT, which is not an official vet, but they are trained to do TB testing. We've got a trainee vet, I believe, and I think Ruben's coming, who's like the clinical director. And we're doing Yoni's bloods, BBD testing, and TB testing all at the same time. Might as well get everything done whilst we're going through the crush, aren't we? But before we do that, and before I go for my breakfast, I just got to chuck a bit of sharp sand around here because a lot of cattle come around that corner and through that door, and that bit gets a little slippy, and obviously coming out of the crush here, so I want to make sure that it is as, not unslippy? I don't know. What's the word for unslippy? Secure? Secure as possible. Also, I have completely failed to mention that I've got quite exciting news. So my exciting news is, well, actually, it's exciting for me, but it probably is not that exciting for you, but it's quite important information. Back when I won Beef Farm of the Year, back in October, after the awards, Neil Shand, who is the CEO of the National Beef Association, or the NBA, not the basketball people, the beef people, that should be on a t-shirt. He came up to me and he asked me if I would join the board of the NBA, which is a complete honour, because to be quite honest, after winning Beef Farm of the Year, and I don't want to moan about this because it sounds like I'm moaning about winning a lottery, but it was something I'd always wanted to achieve, and it was this like North Star goal. And then when you win it, it's a bit like, what now? And I'm 33, so there's a long time to go that I thought I'd be still trying to strive to get this goal, and obviously it's kind of gone. It's not gone, I've done it, if that makes sense. So joining the NBA board was a complete honour, and it's been amazing for me because it's given me something to focus on, because I'm a proper goal setting kind of person. I like to have a goal and a structure and a plan. So it's been amazing for me to get involved in the sort of politics and the governance around the beef industry. I'm really excited that I'm going to be able to represent the beef industry. I'm hoping that people, if you watch this, that you feel that I'm a worthy representative. Obviously, I'm going to come at things and have my say from a commercial suckler cow point of view. There's people in there who are pedigree people. There's people in the processing industry. There's people in the veterinary industries, etc. It's a really awesome board, some great people, a lot of knowledge in there too. So very excited to be joining the board, and I really hope that I can be a real good voice for the industry. Anyway, I'm going to go and get some breakfast because Ruben and his merry band of men will be here in a minute, and I won't be yet anything. TB testing is a wrap, and it's all gone pretty well, apart from, I don't know if you can tell, my face looks a bit weird. Actually, I'm pretty symmetrical. I think I'm looking all right. It's because I had a fallout with this thing. So we had a fat cow in there, you know, like it's like 650 kilo fat animal, pretty much ready to go. And it was going a bit nuts. And I'd got hold of the front door because I didn't want it to bang the front door and jump the latch, because it's only this little safety catch that's holding it on. And I also got hold of the neck trap because it was kind of up here, folded up so that its head was like this, up here, and it was banging against the front door. So I'm trying to hold on to it. I've got one hand on there, one hand on the door, and then my dad comes along and for some unknown reason thought it'd be a great idea just to knock the safety catch off. And well, the animal took off, and my arms went whoop like that, and my face smashed this pillar. So I think I might have fractured my nose, and my lip is very fat. Now, we tested on a Tuesday, so we don't actually read the results till Friday, obviously, which is the day that this video comes out, so the results won't be part of this video, but hopefully we'll be okay, and I'll post on social media to let you know whether we do. So if you want to follow along, on Instagram, it's at Baldies_farm. So if you follow along there, I'll let you know whether we pass. Hopefully we will. I shouldn't see why we won't. But luckily now we've kind of changed the way that we do the farming and we're finishing cattle and stuff. It's not the end of the world if we don't pass. It's just a pain in the arse doing 60-day tests. Some people noticed last week that we've been giving a little bit of cereal down the trough to the cows. So in the morning I give it to these girls here, and then in the afternoon we give those girls some. Dad cleaned this shed out and he's got it all finished, which is great. I'll talk about what's going on in that corner in a minute. But these girls are ready for a bit of corn, and I didn't get to lime the shed, so I'm going to go and lime on top of the straw so that it is clean and disinfected, ready for calving. Always wear a dust mask with this stuff. It's lethal. Actually, I don't know whether it is lethal, but it don't do any good. It's got a big exclamation mark on it, so mask up. Okay, so that's that all nicely done. The cows are finished their bit of corn now, so they're going to come back in too. Well, the main aim is usually I'll try and do it when we've emptied the yard, so there's no straw on the floor, but the hydrated lime will really dry everything out, so I want to get it all up the walls, and especially in the corners and along the walls there, along the sides, anywhere where I think calves are going to lie in particular. The main reason for that being that anywhere a calf's going to lie, or think it's going to be wet, so around the water trough as well, that's where you're most likely to get some sort of a disease build-up. And even though the main aim for us with calves is to get them out within 24 hours of them being born, it's just a risk. And it's one of those things that we do to manage the risk of having a disease, because a bit of lime around the shed is a lot cheaper than a disease outbreak like scours or pneumonia, joint ill. And you know that, especially with the cost of beef right now, the price of beef, that could cost you so much money. So yeah, just being a bit proactive rather than reactive, and having this lime about, it makes a huge difference. And it dries the floor up too, so just everything just stays a lot drier. And I try and use it as much as possible up and down gangways and around handling systems as well when we're carving. Anyhow, I said I would explain what the hell is going on here. So this girl, what happened? Ugh. We came to get them out to bolus them 2 or 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. And she got up, but she was a bit slow, and we couldn't work out what was going on with her. And she was dead steady going out the gate. And then when she got out on the concrete, she was creaking. So you could hear, if you, like this back hip, when she moved that there and put your hand on it, she creaked. So we got the vet to her, and the vet diagnosed her with a broken pelvis, which is not ideal, especially when you're in calf, but she can get up and get about. So the vet just said to us, you know, obviously don't put her back to the bull, but she should be able to carve on her own. That should make her better. Hopefully it will fuse after carving, and we can keep her going and cull her out eventually at the back end in the autumn. But we need to keep her in a confined space. So she's got these few hurdles around her just to confine her, and hopefully she'll be all right. She just get up and she walks about on her own, and she gets a bit of corn, and she has some silage in the corner, and she's got quite a nice little life in here, actually. It's like being on holiday. She's got her own little apartment. But she's, yeah, it's not ideal. She's just one of them. We don't know how she's done it. She could have slipped. We just don't know. It's one of them. It's happened. Bless her. But she's doing well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, she'll be okay. And we'll keep you going, won't we, girl? We will. Yeah, good girl. Dad's just busy moving fertiliser back into a different shed so that we can put the maternity ward up. We had to move it in here when we had the stabiliser open day, and now it's going to go back. And there we go. All the pens are up. Well, not all the pens, because the last one's not up because we haven't got enough hurdles because the cows got them, but we've got 4 up. To be fair, last year we only used 2, so 4 should be enough, let's hope. I mean, I don't really want to use any if we can help it. We put this bailey over, if you wonder what that's there for. We always put one of these here just for use for bedding. So it's kind of, you have to get it in first, because obviously once the pens are all up, you can't get in here with the telehandler. So that's there, and if we need to after that, we'll use the little square bales. I've just jumped up on the wall, just have a bit of a look round, because it's getting that time of year when things soon start happening. So I just want to come up here and take a bit of a view. I actually thought I should make some sort of like a walking gallery thing for here, because it'd be great, just like drop it down and walk up and down. Anyway, that's by the by. These girls over here, especially these Dyson ones, will soon start popping. There's a couple with some seriously enlarged bags, so I think it could be pretty imminent if we're not careful. Well, even if we are careful, it's going to be pretty imminent. They're not really well trained, by the way. I've just fought the trough in. I wish I could get them just to do that. That one there, look at that red one. Whoa, she's filling. We have got pretty accurate PD dates for these Dyson cows as well, but if you just look here, look, one of these, it's just a little bit slimy. If you just look, you can see her just sliming a little bit. Not far off. Anyway, that's enough for this one. That'll do. I've filmed this whole one on my phone because it was a bit of an experiment to see how I got on, if I want to do more like this when we're carving. Let me know what you think. Anyway, look after yourselves. Have a good one, and I'll see you in a bit. Ta-da!